kids, welcome to Building on the Rock. Last week we covered David's mercy and goodness to one of Saul's family members. But this week we're doing something that shows some of David's more horrendous failures. And it's a lesson that, while sad and kind of scary and very upsetting, is one that I do not feel should be held from you, no matter your age. Because it provides a key lesson that I believe if we do not know, we are doomed to repeat. Now, we're going to be reading from chapter 12, but the story starts in chapter 11, which is something I suggest that you have your parents read with you. But I will summarize the key points in that it was wartime. David, in his castle, met a girl who was pretty, and he fell in love with her, not because of her personality, but just because of her looks. He made a mistake. She got pregnant. She was married. And instead of owning up to this mistake, or doing anything to rectify it in any meaningful way, he tried to hide it by having her husband come home and spend time with his wife to make it seem like he had the baby with her. And then, when he was too honorable to his crew and his soldiers with them, he had him sent to the front lines, where he died in an attempt to kill him, which was successful. But God did not let these things go under the rug, and so he sent a prophet to David to speak to him. We begin in chapter 12, verses 1 through 9. The Lord sent the prophet Nathan to David. When Nathan came to him, he said, "Two men lived in the same town. One was rich, the other was poor. The rich man had a very large number of sheep and cattle, but all the poor man had was one little female lamb. He had bought it, he raised it. It grew up with him and his children. It shared his food, it drank from his cup. It even slept in his arms. It was just like a daughter to him. One day a traveler came to the rich man. The rich man wanted to prepare a meal for him, but he didn't want to kill one of his own sheep or cattle. Instead, he took the little female lamb that belonged to the poor man. Then he cooked it for the traveler who had come to him. David burned with anger against the rich man. He said to Nathan, "The man who did that is worthy of death, and that's just as sure as the Lord is alive. The man must pay back 4 times as much as the lamb was worth. How could he do such a thing? And he wasn't even sorry he had done it." Then Nathan said to David, "You are that man. The Lord, the God of Israel, says, I have anointed you king over Israel. I have saved you from Saul's powerful hand. I gave you everything that belonged to your master Saul. I even put his wives into your arms. I made you king over the people of Israel and Judah. And if all of that had not been enough for you, I would have given you even more. Why do you turn your back on what I told you to do? You did what is evil in my sight. You made sure that Uriah the Hittite would be killed in battle. You took his wife to be your own. You let the men of Ammon kill him with their swords." Then David was given a promise from God, both that the son that he had birthed with the wife that he had stolen would die, the first one, and that his own family would turn against him, just as he turned against Ammon the Hittite. But here is the thing that I feel we need to cover the most. We are that man. This here is a little amalgamation of a skull in small Lego form. And I suppose it's something we need to look at from time to time. When we sin and do evil against the Lord, despite him giving us everything we need, and he does give us everything we need, we have done great evil before him. We are worthy of death, as David himself said, he is worthy. But when we are forgiven, and we are forgiven, we are spared from that death. But that does not give us the right to continue doing that evil. God forgives us because he wants us to do good, not because he wants us to be free from our guilt. We can do good before the Lord, but each forgiveness is a blessing. When we are cleaned because of what Jesus did, not because of what we did, because what we did made us deserve that death in the first place. Do not get so eager for what you want, what you need, that you that you miss what you already have from God. Because while you may want more, even David had so much, and he still wanted more, God has given enough. And if he hasn't, pray and he will. Because God does not turn his back on his people unless they turn their back on him. I hope you have a wonderful day today, and I'll show you how to build this skull to remember this lesson by. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to make a little skull icon. To begin, you're going to need two 2x2s that are sloped and vertically put next to each other, leaving a 2x2 section in the middle. Then, you're going to grab a 2x1x2, which is 2 blocks tall, and a 1x2 in clear. Connect them on there like so, and attach another 1x2 in white. Then we are going to grab two 2x2s in white and attach them on top like so, and grab a 1x4 with studs on the side and a 1x2 in white. Attach them like so, making sure that this clear piece is on the front where these studs are. And to finish off the head, you're going to need another 2x2 with sloped upward pieces. And now you're going to notice it doesn't exactly look like a skull right now. But with the help of these two dark plated 2x2s in plate, so they're relatively flat, you attach them on and it looks like it's got, a little mask covering its eyes. Or eyes, if you're a bit more imaginative. I hope you enjoyed this lesson today, and I'll see you next time.